Howdy y'all, welcome back. We're looking at Audi Quattro, Audi Power. That's what this video is called. Even off-roading. Now that sounds pretty interesting. That's not what I usually think of, right? Of course, in America, I would think of big trucks and, of course, Jeeps off-roading. And those have solid axles and conventional four-wheel drive, which, of course, has stood the test of time. It's a great thing. But a lot of newer cars have pretty complex, all-wheel drive / four-wheel drive systems. Quattro, of course, with Audi. I don't know much about it, but so that's why we're going to see. I think BMW has what, like X-Drive, I think. I don't know anything about that either. Subaru has their all-wheel drive that's very famous, which we do have a basically brand new Subaru, and it's very good in the snow. At the end of the day, I think if you have really good tires, that helps any car. And, of course, all these systems will have, weaknesses and strengths. But this should be pretty fun. This is from As2B, link down below. And, of course, check it out. And, of course, check out their channel. Let's just get straight into this one. Here we go. Why Quattro? That's why. You must watch this. That's the title of this. Whoa, that's a pretty steep incline. Holy smokes. Okay, starting out with the Q7, looking good. I wish it didn't have music. Wish we could hear the engines. Hopefully this isn't copyrighted music. Ooh, uphill in the snow. Now that's a hell of a test. Wow. I love that it's a wagon too. Can see that rally heritage coming out. I think Audi does know a thing or two about getting traction in low traction situations. Look at this A6 straight up mudding. Oh my God. I've been mudding lots of times, let me tell you. I've never thought about doing it in one of these. I'm talking mudding in big trucks. But look at this thing holding its own. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, that's actually impressive. Hold up. That's a steep incline in pure snow. That's like way harder than it looks. Okay. This is real off-roading. Look at this incline. This looks to be like kind of a muddy clay with rock sediment. This would be really fun, but it would be challenging. Keep in mind, these are stock, too. A lot of times you see Jeeps and, Ram Power Wagons and big Ford Raptors and stuff. And on top of that, they're usually modified, right? Big tires, or should I say just like different rim and tire packages than stock. A lot of them have upgraded suspension, maybe custom, lockers and differentials and stuff. These look to be like they're basically stock. That's another thing we should throw out there. That's pretty impressive. Wow. I mean, this is like the kind of stuff I've seen at off-road parks near me. No. I'll be honest. I would not picture an Audi Q7 coming along with a bunch of trucks and Jeeps and holding its own, but it looks like it would. I'm actually impressed. Wow. I would have thought this Audi Quattro, I knew they had amazing rally heritage, right? Of course. They're one of the best. I would have thought buying one of these cars is like, oh, you live in a harsh climate. Maybe there's lots of rain, lots of snow. I had no doubt in my mind. Look at this. Look at this on that slippery clay like that. That's hard. Look at this. We have an A4 towing a freaking big-ass van. Or is that towing the tow truck? What is... Everything's wrong with this. Oh, that's not going to make it up that. That's steep. Okay. Yeah, let me get back to what I was saying. I had no doubt in my mind that these were solid, right? I didn't think they were junk. I didn't think like, oh, these suck. Like Audi Quattro, haha, what a joke. That's not what I thought. I thought these would be good. But I thought they would be good at just, this is a good car to have. This is your daily driver. You live somewhere snowy or, with harsh conditions. this is a good car to get you through, right? This will get you through on those snowy roads that are unplowed, and will get you up in your driveway, your property, whatever, right? I had no doubt in my mind these were capable, but these are actually some legit steep inclines, obstacles, borderline, rock crawling up this wall with rock and mud. Bunch of inclined, slippery surfaces that are not easy, that a lot of normal cars would just have no chance at. These are doing really well. I'm kind of shocked. Are they good in weather? Yes. Are they actually have some prowess in actual kind of off-road situations that you would never face in the real world, only if you seek it out at like an off-road park or trail? Yes, these are holding their own. That is a surprise to me. Do we finally have no music? We do.
That are coupled to the shafts. The front shaft is going to be turning much faster than the rear, and you'll see the front wheels will probably do 4-5 rotations, and then they'll slow down. And the rear is going to push the vehicle right up the hill. Then we're going to put the rears in here, and the fronts are only going to have the friction of the diamond plate, which to be fair is not that much. It's not as good as this. And what's going to happen is the rears are going to spin, and then you'll see they'll start to slow down, and the fronts will speed up, and Chris will walk it right up. Okay, Chris, go ahead.
Okay, so we have an actual demonstration. Audi Quattro at work.
Okay. Back off the brakes just a tad. Okay, so now we've created a little bit more resistance. We're sitting in the divot. Chris is going to give throttle, but unlike the lady who drove in the video, Chris is going to sustain the throttle, create momentum, get the clutch pack to bind. Go ahead.
Whoa, right up. Okay, let's see when the rears get on those rollers. That's what I want to see.
Ease off the brakes. So was that a pretty easy walk?
Yeah.
Well, you had a ton of traction at the rear. Right?
Yeah, that was easy. I was going to say, I'm glad he pointed out that it had traction in the rear. I'm not surprised by that. This is going to be where where you display some skill and some truth in the system here. When the rears are on these rollers, that's going to be another story. At an incline at that.
So now again, we're going to try and create a little bit more resistance. The front's got traction, the rears don't, right? It's almost zero coefficient. As we get wheel spin, watch what happens.
This is going to be pretty fascinating. Here we go. It's going to spin. Wow.
Front just walks it up.
Wow.
So the mechanical center locking diff, is it effective? Absolutely.
I thought it would find a way up. I thought it was going to spin for a while, do some managing between side to side, front to rear. I thought that was going to take at least a few seconds, maybe like 7 or 8 seconds. It took about 1.5 to 2 seconds, if that. That was really quick.
And you saw the rear
wow.
had to do 3-4 spins, and we got lock up, and we started
yeah.
the vehicle up, front wheel drive.
So it can distribute power, front and rear axles at various speeds, various distribution percentages, right? Obviously, that all happens probably many times per second. The computers figure this out. It's really fascinating. Oh, they're going to try it again? More challenging?
We're going to expose the vehicle to probably the worst case scenario.
Okay, so now they've replaced midway through more rollers.
You want to watch this one?
This is going to be really crazy.
We know that one's got traction, right? We know what that looks like. Bring it on up. Drive it all the way through. Stop.
Holy shit.
Try and get the rear tire in the divot. Got about a foot.
This is going to be tough.
Okay. So now in theory, the rears are really going to spin just like before, but now we've got a liability here where the diff in front, it's an open differential. There are no clutch packs there, so it's going to be EDL on either side that determines where the torque goes. Go ahead.
It's going to be hard. Oh my God. Yo, what?
One tire's got grip.
That's a smart system.
We've got a mechanical system that flushes out what's happening north-south, sends torque to the front.
Wow.
The front diff is open. We can get a little bit of wheel spin. We mitigate it by using EDL, the ABS traction control, and it sends the torque to the one tire that had not great, but okay traction.
That's insane. That's actually insane. I think he's implying that I couldn't see because the camera wasn't that clear. On the passenger side, the far side from our camera, I believe that front right wheel was the only wheel that would have been on that diamond plate. So it didn't have a roller. But the rear wheels, and of course that modified diamond plate swapped out for the roller on the front left wheel, or the driver's front wheel, that had a roller, rears had a roller. So there's only one tire that had a chance at, half-ass grip. And it found a way to get the power there, claw its way out, and then boom, everything else followed suit. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. So I do think those demonstrations are pretty cool, albeit nothing compares to the real world. And we saw a lot of real world clips, and it's not just the big SUVs. We're talking the cars, A6s, A4s. I mean, look at this. This is a wild image. An A6. I think of Audis as like luxurious, like speedy cars. Seeing them covered in mud is a weird image for me. That is not normal. But the fact that they can do that, man, damn. I'm like I said, maybe you disagree. I think Jeeps and trucks have their place, of course. But the fact that these could basically hang, right, other than unbelievably crazy trails that are just ridiculous, then these are going to have trouble or not be able to do it. Whereas, 90% of vehicles won't be able to do crazy trails. If we're talking about like some really super crazy trails in Moab or like, Rubicon Trail, right? But then, to be fair, most stock vehicles can't do those either. You need a modified, lifted, crazy vehicle. But yeah, anything real world mixed in with some actual mudding and off-roading, these Audis got you covered. Like I said, I'm impressed. So yeah, that was a bit of a different video today. I mean, if you didn't know, this type of video appeals to me because I started a channel years and years ago as an off-roading channel, right? I used to have a huge Ram 2500 Power Wagon, which is like literally made for off-roading from the factory. And it's kind of cool to maybe dabble into some off-roading videos with the new spin here. So yeah, keep up your great suggestions. Off-roading is something I know a thing or two about. So this was really cool to watch. And I could see, that Audi Quattro system. It's not a sales gimmick. It's not like a joke. That's some real stuff. There's some real engineering into that. And it's pretty damn good. But hey, lots of awesome stuff coming this week. I appreciate you being here. I hope to see you again in the next one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.